Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna show you an idea which came to my mind thinking about this Shimano Dior XT wheel, which I can't use on any of my bikes, on my frames, because a very simple reason, but annoying one. So the length of this axle from end to end is 142 millimeters, and the width is 12 millimeters. So I have a DH bike which has 150 millimeters, and of course for 12, but you can't do this hub wider. So the only solution, or so the only path to think about a solution, is to make the wheel, the hub, shorter, smaller. So in order to find a solution, I thought about the next size, viable size, which is 135 with 10. This sound acceptable, but I had to check if it is possible, so I came up to the conclusion watching this this view, this technical model, that in order to have the disc in the same place between the pads, adjusting only the caps of the hub, I have to reduce from 18.7 to 15.2. Of course on each side, the other side doesn't matter, but if you think about 3.5 millimeters, it's exactly half of 7, which is the difference between 142 and 135. So now, because we found the answer to this question, if I can shorten these caps, of course visually you can see there is a lot of material which I can touch with my magical hands. Of course both sides. I'm gonna show you, but not now, what's important about this material. Now the next question and the next answer comes from the width of this axle. So from 12 inner diameter we need to have 10. So how do we solve this? Very simple. With a bar which costs less than $3 and have the outer diameter 12 millimeters and 1 millimeter width So 12 minus 1 minus 1 means 10. Alright, this is the theoretical part. Now let's move to the practical part. Now let's start the mayhem. As you can see, here I have a hub, is a 618 Shimano Dior, which have the exact same size as the Dior XT, which I like to use on my bikes, but I can't, and also I don't want to sell because I'm obsessed by Shimano Dior XT and the XTR. The main difference, of course, are some fine details, like the material between this cup and this cup. This one looks to me like aluminum, which is lighter and helps the hub overall to be a little bit better. I don't know if the balls and the cones are different or the cassette. It doesn't matter anyway, because this hub I had from a wheel, which I of course couldn't use, and by replacing this hub with another one, of course this is now either a spare part, which I can't use even for spare because I don't have nothing similar to use and break and change, and either for sale because no one buy something like this. I try to sell it for nothing, but no one needs it. This is very good because now I have an idea, and to show my respect to the Shimano factory and their work, just a second too. I can't see if this is Japan, but I think it should be Japan. This is Malaysia. So nothing personal with Malaysia, but I'm gonna apply my solution to this hub. I think you can do the same on better quality products, but I don't give a hoot about this hub, and I'm gonna sacrifice it. As you can see here, this is a DT Swiss True axle 135 with 150 or 152, as you can see, 152 millimeters M10. I like this axle, very stiff compared to standard quick release with 5 millimeters, not 10, to apply force on the frame and make a rigid structure. Now As you can see, this is the bar I bought very cheaply, and I measured 3.5 millimeters, and 3.5 is exactly where this mark starts on both sides. So I'm gonna try to remove the material with maximum care to keep the perfect shape, and I'll show you in the next part how I'll solve the problem with this special space here for the tools to remove and disassemble this hub. In this section I present another tip that I will use for more precision. So because the entire hub have 142, to make sure that the disc will be in the same place, in the right place, I'm gonna measure again and again until from 142 I'll be at 138.5 on the disc side, of course. After that, measuring this, the entire hub, I'll scratch this side until it will be around 135. I forgot to mention to have a bowl with water, because the metal, as you can see, I already started. The metal transfers heat from friction into the inner part. Maybe that's a problem, maybe not. Maybe not enough heat to feel in the hub body, but why not? I don't film this section because of the water. This is just another mention, but to see how easy and beautiful this process goes. So please focus here, and you will see this cone rotating by itself and doing a very smooth job. So start to spin. All right, this is not enough, but I want to make the first measure. From what I can see, this is not even close to 138.5, but as you can see, it's very important to make sure you take time and measure as often as possible. Second measure, as you can see, the surface is very smooth, not impressive, but you can leave it like that, no problem. So rotate, so you make sure you can see 0.1 difference. Actually 0.3 difference. Point 2, I think. No, 0.1. I think this is the disc part. So 0, 1, 38.51, 50, 51, 54, 52, 59, 54, 53. I think and 52. This is it. The next part, free hub body until 135. I think it is ready. Let's measure the result. One, you can see. As you can see, point 0.0807 something. Zero 908. Anyways, even if there was at the end something like 135.1.2, that doesn't matter because on the aluminum frame, which in time changed shape from the other hubs a little bit, or from how you can extend the rear triangles. Point 2 is nothing. So the easy part is done. Let's do now the other two sections, which I think are the most important. So here is the bar I cut from the big part. As you can see here, this line is 135. What I've done with this, I've split this part and made here star, a plus, I don't know, for small incisions, which are at a slight angle with this one. After this, I put the bar between two rough, I don't know what it's called, and pressed with my leg very hard. So you can see here the marks. After that, to make it even rougher, I've hit repeatedly on the big side, of course, because we need to make it as rough as possible. Why? And here is the answer. Because this bar I bought no way. From the previous procedure, as you can see, the inner diameter changed a bit, but that's not a problem. The problem is that this bar enter and move a little bit too free. And what I wanted to do, and what I will do after I made the surface rough and split and floured, let's say, this end, I'll use Loctite and hopefully it will stick better than glue, better than epoxy, better than weld, and good enough to use the hub hardcore and hard and rough and smooth also, without any play in the hub when we use the brake, or I don't know. We don't need noises and play. This is the main goal. Before we disassemble and reassemble and let the Loctite to dry. I don't know how much, but enough. Let's make these spaces here big enough to be able to use the keys, and almost this is it. We only need to reassemble and to test. I don't know if it's really that important to see hubs disassembled, or when I'll insert this bar, but maybe I'll come with what's called the test with the wheel on the bike, and after that to also review this whole procedure. Alright guys, this is how it looks on each side. I've replaced the axle and the cones. The balls are XT ones. I don't know if that matters, like I said, but this is the information. Maybe you asked. Everything is tight now, and I'm gonna install. This is after I inserted the bar, and after I polished the exterior part, but it's not ready because I want to do this last part, this last detail manually, so not with that grinding machine. Here you can see that I left a little there, but I don't see problems. And what I need to tell you is that those marks I did on the bar were a little bit too much. This is actually good because it entered very, very hard. I had to convince it a little bit, but I didn't expect that much resistance. So even if you do half of that, it's enough, because also the Loctite will help it to stay there very, 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 very stable and don't come loose. Alright guys, this is the final product, which looks like this. As you can see, it's like you can't see. It's like a jewelry. I took also the inner surface. It's not perfect here, but at the finger is great. Awesome. you can't feel anything. The inner diameter don't move at all, whatever you would do to it. And this is also really smooth. And now let's take the last measurement to see if we did a good job, a great job, or what job we did. 135.8, 0.7, 0.5, 0.6, to me. Oh my god, 135.02, 04, 03, great, 03, 05, 04. Anyway, this is the conversion I thought about and I managed to execute. I'm very proud of this possibility, not exactly of my ability to do it, but of this possibility to convert a hub like this to this size, because even if Shimano does great job and have a lot of components and adapters and tools and spare parts and whatever you can name and think about, and also as a particular thing of Shimano, they build hubs, and I like how they build hubs using cones, cup and cones. For me this is a big advantage, and this is another advantage of Shimano, because you can swap parts between them. But what is a disadvantage, because they didn't sold a conversion kit like this one from 142 by 12 to 135 by 10 by 5, it doesn't matter. To this topic, Shimano is beaten by me, but they are still number one choice when it comes to bike components, maybe fishing also, but what I know really well, Shimano is really good, and now it is perfect, it is complete. Hello people, the last part of the conversion process is ready. Today I pushed the bike almost to the required or maximum capacity. Of course, not all cases are included, but a hard riding. Yesterday I just tested, so today is the second day. I have this beauty in test. Till now everything holds strong, no problem, no emotion, just pure sharpness, as cap and cones bearings from Shimano used me in the last experiences. So I will present you some results. This one, no, not this one, sorry, this one. Here are 16 kilometers made around the lake. There were a lot of people, Sunday evening, so I had to brake very often. The average speed is, let's say, low, even if it's not that low, but it's lower than I presented it in my bike check, where I did, if I think well, 26 kilometers per hour average with that NS Bikes hub and Dartmoor Fortress rim. All in all, I think this is a really good result. It also looks sick, very beautiful. This gray is very well put in the balance with the forks. Of course, I don't have any other gray parts, but I like it. It's a more subtle chromatic on the bike, but in the end, colors doesn't matter. Sizes and the process is what I think is really interesting and a well noted achievement on my list, and hopefully in your list, if you have the same necessities as me. If you don't, hopefully it was entertaining. Maybe you can apply some tips to other situations and other applications.